right? You are the business owner. You are the contractor in this case. You are the vendor. You don't have to accept anything. I don't care if it's auto-assigned or not.
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast, helping appraisers increase their efficiency, quality, and make more money. Here's the guy who makes it his life's mission to create value for real estate appraisers nationwide. Your host and the Appraiser Coach, Dustin Harris.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. Dustin Harris once again. You know, I peruse the social media out there, specifically with appraisal-related things. By the way, folks, if you don't think social media is catered to you and your likes, dislikes, interest, you got to see my feed. Appraisal, 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 outdoors, appraisal, appraisal, appraisal. That's what my Facebook feed looks like. And granted, I don't spend a great deal of time, probably way too much time, but I don't spend a great deal of time on social media. I like to keep abreast as to what's going on in the appraisal world. I like to understand what's going on with my fellow brothers and sisters out there in the appraisal world. I'm seeing a dichotomy, okay? Now, the definition of a dichotomy are two things that don't fit, right? Opposites, if you will. I'm seeing a dichotomy out there of two types of complaints, but the answer to both complaints is the same. I'm going to give you those two complaints and the answer. But I want to pause here first to remind you of three great companies that are helping you to be better at your job, to be better at your career, to be better at your owning your appraisal business. One of them is OREP. OREP, folks, is my E&O. Check them out. Go to orep.org. That's OREP.org. A la Mode is my software. A la Mode is helping appraisers to do more. A la Mode is the leader in the appraisal writing software out there. Check them out. Go to alamode.com or 800-ALA-MODE. And finally, DataMaster. Sponsored today by DataMaster, folks. DataMaster is helping appraisers to save time. And when you save time in this type of business, in a service-oriented business, you save money. DatamasterUSA.com is where you can find out more. Again, it's DatamasterUSA.com. All right, folks, as I'm reading through social media or just talking to my fellow appraisers, I find that there are complaints that come up on a regular basis. And these are recurring complaints. And I want to share with you two of them. And I think it's quite funny because I think they really are kind of a dichotomy, but they're really the source or rather the answer to both of these complaints is the same. Let me give you the first one. And I'm paraphrasing, but on a regular basis. I mean, this happens at least a couple of times a week on the feeds that I follow, both on Facebook and in other sources. And that is appraisers complaining about the fact that AMCs send out bids. Okay, this is appraisers complaining about opening up their email and looking on their email, and it is from a company, an appraisal management company specifically, reaching out to them and saying, we have a property at 123 Any Street, and we are looking for an appraiser. Please give us your bid and your turn time, your fee and your turn time. And appraisers have a fit about this, right? How dare they reach out like that? I'm a professional. Okay. All right. Let's set that one aside for just a second. But this is one that I see on definitely more than I see on the second complaint that I'm going to get to here in a second. But appraisers somehow are very offended that an AMC would reach out and quote unquote treat them like a child in asking for a bid. Okay. All right. Complaint number 2. This is one I saw just recently. It's in front of me, but I'm going to paraphrase it to be careful with anonymity. It's not a group that I run. It's a group that I belong to and that I follow. But an individual got on there and basically said, what's the big deal lately with AMCs just auto-assigning stuff? Why would they do that? I can't believe they would just auto-assign stuff to me and say, here's your order, here's 123 Any Street, here's the fee, and here's the turn time. How dare they? Okay. Well, in one sense, folks, aren't we talking about two opposites? Aren't we talking about kind of the same coin, but there's two sides? Number one, you're complaining about them asking you what your fee and turn time is. I'm not saying this individual complained about both. I'm saying I see both complaints, okay? It would be funny if I looked back and saw this individual complaining about the other as well. It wouldn't surprise me, but, nonetheless. So you've got an appraiser complaining about the fact that they get a bid, and that's somehow less than professional. That somehow demeans them and degrades them and causes them to feel like less of a human being somehow. Okay, whatever. Number 2, you've got someone else complaining about the fact that they belong, by the way, they're on a panel. Okay, I want to make this very clear because you wouldn't be getting the order if you weren't, right? Somehow you took the time to fill out the application for this particular company and send it in and become one of their preferred appraisers. And as a preferred appraiser, you probably signed a contract somewhere that basically said, hey, here's my fees and I'm willing to do work for you. And all of a sudden they give you work, right? They ask you to do work for them, and now you're complaining because they gave you work and didn't ask your permission. Do you see what I'm seeing here? All right, I want to pause here and talk about our sponsors. When I get back, I want to talk about the answer to this problem. It's very simple, it's very easy, and it solves both problems. Speaking about solving problems, folks, I hope you don't have problems with your work, but if you do, you want an E&O company that has your back, that will help solve your problems. I have that E&O. It's called OREP Insurance. OREP, folks, has my back. They are an E&O broker, meaning they can go with several different companies. They don't have just one company that they can put you with. They shop around and they get the best rate and they get the best coverage because that's their job. You don't have to spend time doing that. Can you imagine if you simply went to somebody and said, listen, here's my specifications for the new jeans I want to buy. Go find them. Now, let me know before you make the purchase, but go find them. Boy, what a great service. And by the way, they'll do that for free, okay? OREP will help you to find the best company for less money than you would pay to find them yourself. Check it out. Go to orep.org. That's OREP.org. Alamode is saving appraisers time. They're saving appraisers money. They're helping you to be better at your job. Alamode is the leader in the software. Folks, they have so many tools that are helping appraisers to do more with less. Alamode.com is where you find out more. Better yet, I encourage people to pick up the phone and call them. Have a conversation. Ask them what they can do for you. You will be shocked and surprised. Trust me. Alamode.com or 800-ALAMODE. Finally, we're sponsored by Datamaster. Datamaster is saving appraisers time. Now, it used to save me about 45 minutes per report. We've tightened things up a little around here. It's still saving me about 30 minutes per report. Folks, that's amazing. Think about that. 30 minutes, half an hour on every single report that we do through Datamaster. Trust me, folks, the cost versus the value, minuscule. Check them out. Go to datamasterusa.com. Again, it's datamasterusa.com. Welcome back to the program, folks. We're talking today about complaints from appraisers. These are real complaints from appraisers about assignments, okay? Believe it or not. Now, it used to be that appraisers would complain about not getting enough assignments, right? Do you remember those days? That wasn't very long ago, if you'll remember. In fact, it wasn't very long ago at all. Scary how little time has passed. Here we are now, super busy, and now the complaints have to do with receiving the orders. Complaint number one, I see it all the time. I can't believe that this such and such company is still doing bids. How could they send out bids? How unprofessional. Don't they realize who I am? That's complaint number one. Complaint number two, I can't believe this company that I signed up for and became a part of and agreed to work with is just auto-assigning me. I mean, what's the deal here? Shouldn't they reach out to me and ask me? Okay, folks. This sounds like two different problems and they sound like opposite problems, but they're really the same problem. They really come down to this word called control. Folks, I'm sorry I have to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. You have control, right? You are the business owner. You are the contractor in this case. You are the vendor. You don't have to accept anything. I don't care if it's auto-assigned or not. Let me repeat that. You don't have to accept anything, auto-assigned or not. You're an independent business owner. You have the choice. Well, Dustin, I can't choose whether they do bids or not. I can't choose whether they send me those bids. It just happens. It shows up in my inbox. Folks, have you ever heard about cancellation? Have you ever heard about unsubscribe? Have you ever heard about filters? You don't ever have to see that again from that company. You have the choice. Well, Dustin, I don't want to just give them up completely. Then guess what? You accept the whole package. Folks, you've heard me talk about my A, B, and Y clients. I don't have C clients. I've got A clients. These are my preferred vendors. I have B clients. They're my non-preferred, but they're still good enough. I'm going to keep working for them. And if you have a grade anything less than a B, meaning you've got a C+, you're a Y client. Why the hell am I working for you? I don't want to work for you anymore. The answer to both of these problems is make them a Y client and fire them. If you don't like the way that they're doing things, you have a choice. If you don't like the fact that a company which you've signed up for is giving bids, and folks, trust me, you signed up for them somewhere. Well, Dustin, I don't remember ever signing up. How'd they get your email then? And who cares? They've got your email. They're reaching out to you. They have a job in your area. They're communicating with you. They're offering you the job. You now have the opportunity to bid that job. I can do it for X amount of dollars, and I can do it by such and such date. If you don't care, let it pass. If it really upsets you, filter it so you don't see it again. You have the choice. And furthermore, if you don't like a company that auto-assigns things to you and you don't like the fees and the turn times that they're giving you, then don't accept them. Get rid of them. Fire them. Folks, I have a B- client. Okay? I'm not going to tell you who it is. I have a B- client that I am on their preferred list, meaning I get the order before my colleagues do. I don't necessarily like their fees, and I certainly don't like their turn times. Every single time they send over an appraisal, it's with a turn time that makes me laugh. And that's okay. I found that with this company, all I have to do is get on their portal, accept the order, show them that no, I can't do it in 1 day, but I can do it in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden, the order's mine. I've learned to work with them. And then, guess what? 2 hours later, I get another one with a ridiculous turn time. The fee is okay, but the turn time's ridiculous. Guess what? I make another effort to jump on the portal, accept the order at the fee they gave it to me, and show them what my actual turn time is going to be. And guess what? It's one of the reasons they're a B- client, because I have to take a little extra effort with them. But they're still worth working for because of the volume that they give me. These are the types of decisions that you need to make as a business owner. It's up to you to make these decisions or not. But don't complain about the way that they give you orders. Folks, it is what it is. You signed up for it. If you don't like bids, filter them out. You don't ever have to see that email again. If you don't like the fact that they auto-assign, fire them. Move on. There are other fish in the sea. Be a business owner with backbone. You have control. Trust me on this. You can make those decisions. Folks, you want to go to a positive place on the internet, a place where you can talk about anything and everything, not be made fun of, not be mocked, not be ridiculed, but grow your business, work on your appraisal assignments with others in collaboration. That's what the All-Star team is all about. Folks, in addition to the newsletter, which comes out in the audio and the digital version every single month, in addition to the live interactive meeting, which, by the way, I have in 3 hours from now, every month, you also have the opportunity to become part of our private Facebook page. It is wonderful. It is positive. It is uplifting. It is there to help you to be a better business owner and a better appraiser. The All-Star team is where you find out more. theappraisercoach.com/memberships.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.